Hello, everyone. Jumping on, it's been some time, but wanted to touch base and let you know that for me, I too have been walking a journey of, right, different struggles, trials, different temptations, different thoughts, different ways that we can be distracted on our journeys, and wanted to just let you know that if you're feeling that way, also distracted, having things come and pull you away from what may be your desire, to follow after what you are looking for. And that could be anything, but for me, I know it is the spiritual light, it is goodness, it is happiness, it is joy, it is everything that I believe encompasses a happy life and a happy human. And so, with that, I would say these last couple of weeks have been quite a journey of discovery of what's left to find within me that can be transmuted, changed. And before going into meditation, as I had mentioned before, I would pull a card and see what came through. And I chose the White Light Oracle again. I have given that link previously. I can do it again, certainly here. But number 29, Beatitude of Sacred Rapture. And absolutely a beautiful card. And I'll just read the opening that's here. It's pretty poignant. It says, "Let your true self be seen. Search for the deeper spiritual purpose and opportunity for healing beneath conflict and suffering. If you have been in pain, this oracle brings a message of joyful breakthrough. Your soul is growing stronger, more able to have faith and wisdom than in judgments or doubt. Commit to your spiritual path and know you are making progress, even if things seem more difficult for a time. Know that any such difficulty is part of your healing and that you will successfully move through it. Trust yourself." And I think that could be true for every one of us who are on this path. Trusting ourselves can be a difficult thing, but I think the longer you're on the path, the more dedicated you are to your practice, the more sincere and true and real you are, to yourself and to others. So I also wanted to share too, I had in some meditations and through others, talk about bringing messages from the garden. And it struck me because it seems as though that's where I am when I am in my my sacred heart energy, when I enter into that space that is full of light, full of love, and while I meditate. And it's kind of interesting that this person mentioned bringing messages from the garden, because that sort of feels like what this is, right? Going deeply within into that beautiful garden, that space of love and stillness and listening. And as that resonated with me, what came also through was the Garden of Eden. And a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about what the Garden of Eden was. Look it up. Let AI bring you information around the Garden of Eden. If you remember from biblical stories and from other religious texts, it is really referenced as this space of the beginning, space of balance, space of creation, of what really was intended for humans. There is a whole lot going on for us all around us every day that are bringing us into different thoughts, different ideas, different ways of thinking. And I think for me, what I have done is begun to realize I want to live in that Garden of Eden. I want to live in my sacred heart space, my she. When I am being pulled away from what is balance and pulled away from what is serenity and love, if I can think of what we all were originally being created for, peace, love, joy, living in unity, in happiness, that would be my goal. That's where I can change my thinking, my framework, and enter into that. Doesn't even have to be through formal meditation or practice, but just taking a moment and pausing and entering into your own Garden of Eden. Really holding on to that, the beginnings of what being human really means. Sitting in that presence of love and of goodness. There is where my heart will sit. And that is what I wish for all of you also. I'm going to continue this, finding my way through all of the craziness with YouTube and, websites and different things that you are sort of, maneuvering. But I find it to be extremely important and don't want another voice lost. So I'll continue to share what's on my heart and go from there, and really hope that this does find you well through any struggle you may be in. Find your Garden of Eden. Sit there. Be replenished. Be hopeful. Be loving. And be kind. And with that, I leave you. As always, as they say, to like and subscribe. I've been not saying that, so I will continue to try to remember that as well. But with that, in this day and in every day you are blessed with. Namaste.